Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's your Drip King Jimmy Baby, and this, of course, is the Raw recap. Tonight's show, I was a little bit bummed for a little bit because this show was very promo segment heavy. This was not a professional wrestling show tonight, but that's okay. We still got some good going on, and that's what we're going to talk about here tonight. So, without further ado, let's kick it off because it kicked off. Oh, before we go, oh my God, you're so cute. Thank you, babe. You cute too. You cute too, baby. We're gonna start off because KO and Sammy, they kicking off the show. Thank you. No, wait. Thank you. That's what I want to see. KO and Sammy kicking off the show. They coming out, letting it be known. They doing a little buddy. Say, man, Sammy, they really like you. And then KO, they really like you. Everything is good with KO and Sammy. They said there's only one thing left for us to do. They look up at the WrestleMania sign. Then, Usos. Out come the Usos. Now, they come down. Jay calls Sammy what does he call him? The backstabber or something like that. Just a little back and forth before finally Jimmy's like, this we're not gonna have a match with you. And then Jay says, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. And then Jay accepts it. A brawl ensues. KO and Sammy get the upper hand. And then Jay's left in the ring. Sammy's about to go for the haluva kick. Oh, we're waiting for that. But then Jimmy pulls him out. He saves the day. They walk to the back. But as they're walking to the back, you see on the Titantron behind him, Roman Reigns. He shows up. He's with Solo. He's with Paul Heyman. They're there to get some stuff taken care of. And that's how we start the show. A great way to open the show. The hottest angle. You start the show with the hottest angle. That's how you do it. You set up the biggest match at WrestleMania, in my opinion, the Usos versus Kevin and Sammy. Great way to start off the show. I was fully hooked in at this point, ready to go. But from there, they immediately, Austin Theory, he comes out and he's got his match with Montez Ford. Good match. Following the great opening, we get a great opening match. Austin Theory, Montez Ford. Possibly a future main event level feud for the world title, universal title, whatever the title might be in the near future. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, it's a nice preview. I can definitely see this match happening 2 years down the road for a title at a major pay-per-view. Courtney's in the chat saying happy early birthday. I appreciate it. No more happy birthdays. I'm just joking. I don't really care. But anyway, Austin Theory, he picks up a win. From what I remember, I don't think he had to cheat, and I like that. There was clean finishes tonight, which is thank you. That's what we want to see more of, more often at least. Afterwards, he picks up the mic and says, Montez Ford didn't believe in me. Well, he does now. And at WrestleMania, John Cena, he don't believe in me, but he will. Short, sweet, simple, perfect. Thank you, Austin Theory. After a banger match, you cut that little short, sweet promo. That's it. Very effective, very good. That's what I like to see. Then here's the long road. This is the stuff I used to really nitpick at AEW for back in the day. So I'm gonna do it right here now too. Got David in the chat. Evening, Jimmy. Excellent opening, smart book ending the show with the one good thing they got going. Hook them straight to the end. Yeah, because they did the Roman thing at the end. They started with the good shit, ended with the good shit. Everything in between, take what you can. Rough. It was so short and how is that rough, man? He said 2 lines. How is that rough? I'm very curious. I'm very curious about that one. It was 2 lines and he just hit him, and I believed him. What? What's rough? 2 lines. How is that rough? Montez is a star, but again, here's my thing with Montez. He's going to need to find something other than jumping really high. I hate to say that. As far as in-ring stuff goes, I have all the faith in the world Montez is going to be a big star for them in the future. But Right now, what does he do? Like we say, the frog splash. He's got charisma. And then tonight, he just hit that huge crossbody, which is unreal. It's absolutely unreal. What else has he got? This is why I'm an Angelo Dawkins guy right now, because I don't see enough out of Montez in the ring that makes me say, like, he's standing out. Again, he has the look, he has the charisma, he has the talent, he has the it. He's got to find something else in that ring besides sky high. Show me, Montez. But as I was saying, this was the rough patch, because next up we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we had 4 segments back to back to back. I hate it when this happens. I absolutely hate 5, 6 segments back to back to back to back to back. Stop that nonsense right there. I do think what they did is dial things back a bit, because WrestleMania is right around the corner. They don't want to take too many risks. Don't need somebody getting injured right now and risking jeopardizing a big thing happening at Mania. I kind of get it, but man, you can't do 6 segments in a row. But here we go. Yeah, Dawkins. Big time Dawkins awesome. So first up, Roman and the Bloodline, they're backstage and thing. And that's fine. The whole show tonight was pretty much about the Bloodline. So I'm fine with them sprinkling it in. But this one starts off, Roman says, man, not off to a good start tonight, are we, boys? Jimmy, he's mad. He goes, I'm not taking the fault for this, which I thought was very interesting. But then he went on to say, I'm not going to let Sammy get away with this. It almost seemed like Jimmy was like, man, it was Jay's fault, because Jay is the one that was like, yeah, we'll have that match, which caused the whole thing. Maybe I'm looking too much into that. I don't know. But that's what I took from it when Jimmy was like, yo, I'm not here to take the blame for this. And then he kind of talked a little bit more, and then again blamed. He says, Sammy's not going to get away with this. Okay. Roman says, all right, everybody out. Jay, you stay. Commercial break. Come back. Now Jay says, Roman says, it's been a long time. I ain't seen you. What's been going on? What's up with it? I ain't heard from you. I ain't seen you. I don't even know what's going on. Jimmy Baby, what up? What up? What up? Thank you for joining us, Lox Piero. He says, I need to know, are you with me? And then Jay's like, yeah, I'm Bloodline. He's not the Bloodline. I'm Bloodline. Interesting. Jay continued to do what Jay does. Jay's fantastic in all this. Then Roman's like, all right, that's what I wanted to hear. Oh, he said, I'm Bloodline. Oops, my bad. And then Roman dismisses Jay. And as Jay's starting to leave, he goes, Jay, I love you. Jay kind of like listened to it a minute, took it in, didn't say anything back, and walked off. And if I remember correctly, I believe Roman told Sammy that he loved, I could be wrong here. Correct me. Anybody in there that's here live with me tonight, you can correct me. He told Sammy he loved him too, right before Sammy turned his back on him. Or Sammy decided he's had enough of Roman shit. But I digress. I'm pretty sure I remember that happening. I could be wrong. But again, Jay not saying I love you. Jay saying I'm Bloodline. I'm not the Bloodline. Those are 2 very interesting things. Also, Jimmy saying I'm not taking the fall for this, when it was Jay who's there was a lot that happened in this segment to me. Again, I might be seeing things that aren't there, but that's what I saw. After that, we go to a segment with Adam Pearce. He's talking to someone. In comes Chelsea Green. She says she's got matching outfits for her and her partner, Carmella, but Carmella's not here. I really hope they're not breaking these up already. That would be silly. I'm just going to go ahead and assume Carmella was not there tonight, so they had to just switch things up for the evening. I hope. Hey, I do believe that's what the case is. And again, with WrestleMania, literally less than 2 weeks away at this point, and pretty much the 2 biggest things happening at WrestleMania being involved with the Bloodline. Bloodline has been the biggest thing in not just WWE, in all of wrestling. It's the biggest storyline in all of wrestling the past year. There's no questions about it. I have no issue with them really dedicating a show to the Bloodline if at WrestleMania it all comes crumbling down. That this was a setup to that. That's what it seemed like to me. And I'm gonna shock some people when we get to the main event segment, not match. But I'm gonna shock some people with what I got to say. But again, I'm not okay. I'm okay with them dedicating the show to it because it makes sense. It really does to me. But again, Chelsea Green, she says, but I have someone that can help me tonight. Her name is Piper Niven. So make that match happen. And then also put me in the women's tag team match, the 4-way, whatever they're calling it, at WrestleMania. And I'm Pierce like, no. And then Chelsea Green's like, don't make me go on Twitter and do this and this and this and block you. And then Adam Pierce is like, whatever, just go. Okay. She was on Wheel of Fortune. That's why she know. Okay, good. We can't be breaking up Carmella and Chelsea before they get anything going on. The Bloodline's not going to end at Mania. I think it comes crumbling down at Mania, and then you start to get the Jay versus Roman, the solo stuff. I think it's all Bloodline feuding after Mania. The Empire is crumbling down. So this is like their last. It's everyone, I guess. It's just setting up. It's setting up the end of it. That's what I'm getting at with it. Anyway. So after that happens, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, they're going to be taking on Asuka and Bianca tonight. Piper Niven in Carmella's place, obviously. Next up, we get a Omos and Brock hype video that basically just talks about the statistics of these guys. Very sports-based stuff. I'm not a big fan. Oh, excuse me. I'm not a big fan of when they lean in too heavily into the sports-based stuff because I watch it for the entertainment aspect of it. But I'm not everybody, so it is what it is. I'm not going to bitch about it. I will say, Omos having an 87 and 3-inch wingspan is absolutely nuts. The biggest one I ever heard of was like 84. 87, that's absolutely nuts. But anyway, that's all it was. It was just a hype. If you missed it, it literally just talks statistics. That's it. After that, oh yeah, it was. That went right into Omos versus Ali in a squash match in which Ali. If you're not paying attention to what Ali's doing on social media, you need to. It's very funny, very good stuff. He's a very positive guy. Like he's completely away from the bitching guy to just I'm positive, everything's gonna be good. I'm all that, baby. I'm enjoying what he's doing on social media. So if you're not checking it out, you need to go do it now. Go give the man a follow. It's very good. It's very entertaining. But he gets squashed by Omos. Literally, I think 2 moves and it was done. Then they go to backstage. Logan Paul, he comes out of his locker room and he's walking to the ring. Miz is like, hey, man, if I be the guest on Impulsive? And Logan Paul's like, nah, bro, I'm good. And then leaves. Miz is all sad about it. Wrong there. I'll get to the Gargano one. Mustafa Ali, he's getting the character work there. I liken it to Chelsea Green right now. The character work is there. Losing kind of goes hand in hand with that. And again, if you're watching it in a sports-based thing, seeing people lose all the time, you're like, this sucks. But if you're looking from an entertainment aspect, wins and losses don't matter. I don't care what anyone says. But again, that's the entertainment side of things. They don't matter because Chelsea Green, I don't think has won a single thing since she's been there. Over AF. She don't need to win. So I think Mustafa Ali will have something coming out of the other end of this. That's what I'll get with it. If he doesn't, I feel bad for him because this happens to him all the time. And this is something I think he can actually work with. But we will see. But I will get to the Gargano one. But then we go to commercial break, come back. Logan Paul, he comes out and he does his impulsive TV in the ring. There you go. Chelsea Green. Love her so much because she is entertaining AF. She is awesome. Logan Paul, I'm so glad we got rid of that I am the table trying to push this guy as a face because he is clearly such a natural heel in the way he talks down to people. He talks to whatever. It's good. This is the first time I've seen a Logan Paul segment in which he was talking, in which I'm like, yep, this is what I expected from him. This is the kind of stuff. This is why he's here. He's good at it. The only thing I didn't like is, again, we'll get to that in just a second, but he's running the team, running the town down. He's running Seth Rollins down. He's doing his thing, running the fans down. Very good heel work on Logan, from Logan. Then his mic cuts off, and he's like, what the heck? He gets another mic, and then Seth Rollins pops up, and he's up back there playing with buttons. So he's the one that cut his mic off. Then he plays his music. He comes out. He does the dance. The whole time that Seth Rollins is coming down, Logan Paul is just running his mouth on the microphone. I do not like that. That is not. If he was just like boo, I'd be cool with that. But he's like, you guys are tone deaf. He can't dance. He looks stupid. Like, what? Don't do that. That's silly. But Seth gets in. The music cuts off. Fans are still and then Seth just tackles him, starts beating him down. Brawl ensues. They go to the outside. Seth starts to get the upper hand. Security comes. They pull him apart, and then as they're pulling Seth apart, here comes Logan Paul. Sucker punch again, knocks him out. Boom. Seth's out. Logan Paul leaves. Boom. Logan Paul gets to look strong once again. Again, you should be. I honestly don't think you should be watching WWE, man, because it's entertainment. It's not the wrestling stuff. You watch for wrestling, and that's not what WWE is. That's not what they base their whole presentation on. That's all I can say to it. Like that's all I can say to it. You're not interested in Seth Rollins. He's doing the exact same stuff he's been doing the past year. So I don't know what to tell you about it. But and he says, I just don't get it because he's not doing anything different than he hasn't been doing the past year. But that was that. And then now we get back to the matches. Out comes Dom versus Johnny Gargano. And the very important detail to add into this is that Johnny Gargano is selling an injury from an attack he took from Grayson Waller at his home, in which he got his butt whooped. He's taped up, so he's not even 100%. Dom comes in, and I don't care what anybody says. If you're looking at Dom, I'm not even going to go back a year. If you look at Dom now compared to 6 months ago, that man is better. He's getting better every single week. He has a lot to grow. He has a lot of room to grow. I'm not saying that Dom is great in the ring. He's great at everything else. He's not great in the ring yet. But he is slowly getting there. This is that NXT show that you said's better. HBK is a better booker, but you said stupid shit. That don't make sense. Prison did change that man. That man's a beast now. And when he beat Johnny Gargano with no help, it blew my mind. I get it. Johnny Gargano's injured, and Dom just luck of the draw. That's what it was. Luck of the draw. He got Johnny Gargano at like 60%, and he beat him. Oh, well, Johnny Gargano's not over to begin with. So I don't want to hear people bitching that he's losing, blah, blah. Well, if you're not over, we're not just going to let you win matches against people who are over. That's not how this works. You push the people who the fans want to see. People want to see Dom way more than they want to see Johnny Gargano right now. Dom winning was awesome. That he picks up the mic and he says, look, Dad, you keep ducking me, but that's okay because now I got a plan. On SmackDown, Mom's going to be there. Aaliyah's going to be there. The family's going to be there. The same family that kicked me out the group chat. He mad about being kicked out of a group chat. That's hilarious. So SmackDown's going to happen. Something big's going to happen. Ray's going to finally snap. We're going to get Ray's going to finally be like, all right, fine. I'm going to beat your butt at WrestleMania, Dom. Johnny Gargano has won some matches. What has he done to get over? Nothing. I like Johnny Gargano, but he has done nothing. You can't just come out there and be like, rah, rah, ree, I'm a good wrestler. It doesn't work in WWE. That's not what it is. It doesn't work. So Johnny Gargano need to figure something else, or when Tommaso Ciampa gets back, we get DIY, which I think was the plan to begin with. And there you go. They do care. You just don't have the same mindset as them. Like that's what it is, man. Like, but So SmackDown, Dom's gonna bitch slap somebody, Ray's gonna get mad, and then Dom's gonna bitch slap Ray at WrestleMania, and then rip his mask off and start wearing it as a medallion because that was a little chain, wearing it like a trophy. Dom's about to end the whole Ray career. It's over with after that. After that, we get Heyman. He runs into the Usos. He runs into Solo, and he goes, "Yo, we got catering ready. The seafood platters ready. Go get you some food, guys." They go to leave. And then Paul Heyman says, "Not you, Solo. You come with us." And then he goes into the room. The Usos go about their business. It's like, okay, something big's going to happen. Then we get an Edge promo. So many promos tonight. I'm not even going to defend the wrestling aspects tonight. There were some good matches, but it was so many promos tonight. Edge promo on Finn. He says, "I don't want you, Finn. I want you to bring your demon." So that last week, Finn says somebody's demon. This week, Edge says somebody's demon. We're getting the demon Finn Balor. That's definitely what's happening at WrestleMania, which means Finn better he better win. Then next up, Rhea Ripley promo. She cuts a promo on Charlotte. And what I think was interesting about this is Rhea did not come out with Dom tonight. And I think it's because Rhea is clearly going to be the one that is going to be cheered in this match. So they had to get her away from Dom leading into this because Dom is a heat magnet right now. Rhea's going to be the one that's cheered. She cuts a promo on her and basically says all the things I be saying all the time. Charlotte, your time is done. You're done. It's over with. You need to you're holding people down, and that's over with. I'm the now, you're the past, you're done for. I'm taking over. It wasn't the best work by Rhea, but it was good enough. I liked it. And again, I just broke it down for you. I don't think they moved her away from the heel stuff. They could be transitioning her right now. So, but then she's interrupted by Bayley. Let's get this real quick. It's Paul Levesque has to figure out how to book because he's not good because this stuff is almost as bad as when Vince. If it's not good, I want you to answer this for me, Dave, because you keep saying it's not good. And I want an honest answer here. If it's not good, why is the attendance significantly up? Why is the ratings up? Why are more people heavily invested? Why are stories way more interesting? Way more interesting. Why are the mid-card titles actually meaning something? Why? What is it? The women's matches, they're not 2 minutes all the time. Like both the women's matches tonight had they had 2 women's matches? Let me look at this real quick. Rhea and Bayley had a decent amount of time. They had a good amount of time. And Bianca, the tag team with Bianca and Asuka Shaw, that had a decent amount of time. This is all stuff that was not happening with Vince. So the Paul McMahon thing don't even work. Everything's better. And it's not just me saying this because, again, the attendance is up. The ratings are up. Everything's up. Everything. More people watching it than they've been in years. So you don't like it. I get it. And I'm not telling you should because it's not your thing. But you can't say he's the same as Vince when everything's better. You can't. If you can give me a legit reason as to why the things are up, even though it's just as bad, I'm all ears. There's just not an answer for it, though. Edge's promo, 1,000 words. Yeah, I agree. I don't like Edge promos. I think he does too much in them. I think he does way too much in them. I agree 100%. I've been saying that for months now. Pretty much since he got back. He does way too much. It's like he writes a whole page and he's supposed to take some things out and he goes, "Nope, I'm going to leave everything in there. I'm going to read it all." It's like, stop it, Edge. You're taking up too much damn time. But then Damage Control comes out on Rhea Ripley. And they start Bayley says, "I'm a fan of you, Rhea. But if you wanted some assistance, you should have just asked me because I know all about beating Charlotte." And Rhea's like, "I don't want your help." And then Bayley's like, "That's a shame because, this is our show." And then Rhea's like, "Why don't you come and show me that it's yours? Why don't you get in this ring and make me get out?" And then Bayley gets in. We get Bayley versus Rhea. Great match between Bayley and Rhea. A little overbooked at the end, I'm not going to lie, but they had to get the other girls in there because that revolves around their storyline, is what it is. So once Io and Dakota start getting involved, out comes Trish, Lita, and Becky. They come down. Becky and Lita take out Io and Dakota, and then Bayley gets in the ring. Rhea riptide, boom, 1, 2, 3. Becky, Lita, and Trish leave to the back. Rhea stands tall, as she should. Good match. Good. Again, little overbooked at the end, but I get it. Not gonna hate on it. After that, we go to a Gable and Otis segment. Otis, he's got some cucumbers on. He's getting a manicure. And then Gable walks up and says, "Hey, man, come on. I got a match against Ricochet. I got us in a tag team match at WrestleMania. Ricochet is going to have," and then I don't know why, but this is funny. He's like, "Oh, Ricky." But he says, "I got a match against Ricochet. He's going to have Braun in his. I need my number one guy. Come get me. Come get my back." And then Gable's like, "Oh," and then Maxine comes up and says, "No, you got a job coming up with your hands. It's a big opportunity." And then Gable's like, "I got to go with Coach." And he goes with Gable. Shocked me a little bit. Just shocked me a little bit. So get the match. Gable and Ricochet. Could have been a lot better. Wasn't terrible. I enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't like the commercial so early in the match. Kind of terrible place to have the commercial. But I would really like to see Gable and Ricochet have more time. But they didn't get a bad amount of time. They just didn't get enough. Good match. Good stuff. Towards the end, Maxine comes out, grabs Otis, and just drags him to the back. Otis is like, "Okay." So Gable's like, "What the heck? What the heck? What the heck?" And then he gets beat by Ricochet. Yes, Otis. My bad. Otis. I think this is leading to something great for Gable. I honestly do. I honestly do. After WrestleMania, what I would love to see happen is Otis just not even show up to the WrestleMania match and Gable have to do it by himself. And then almost win it so that the fans get behind him. They're like, "Oh, man, this guy's really, really, really good." We already know he's really good, but the perception, get him in there and fight and fight and fight. And just he's fighting 3 other teams by himself, loses in the end. He gets the sympathy, and then he can kind of grow from there. By the end of the year, I think Gable holds a singles title by the end of the year. That's what I say to that. But yes. After that, we get Bianca and Asuka versus Chelsea and Piper. Nothing special. Nothing special. The whole can they coexist nonsense. That's dumb. I don't like it. I'm over it. I did like to see Asuka attacking Bianca afterwards. It's about damn time. I wish it was more vicious. This Kana nonsense. It's not even a PG-13 version. It's just, from everything I've heard about the Kana character, this is not the Kana character at all. It's Asuka just being goofy with different face. That's all it is. She did, like, when she attacked, it was just like it was a PG attack. It was not that good. Next up, Roman Reigns comes out. He's with Solo. He's with Paul. Uso's not there. Let's get these real quick. Excellent match. Great. No shame. No, there's no shame in. Again, I don't think wins and losses. I don't think losses matter that much. I just don't. I think if they fit the character, if they fit the story, it's fine. I just wish they had more time. Should be talked out in the same because it's entertainment. If he wants to be known as Zack Sabre, he needs to go to New Japan and do it. It's World Wrestling Entertainment, not New Japan Wrestling, not AEW Wrestling, not All Elite Wrestling. It's World Wrestling Entertainment. If you're not entertaining, you can't be on the show doing things. That's the reality of it. Like, it's been this way for years. And then so new Asuka is basically all Asuka. Yeah, that's all it is. I'm agreeing with that. It's been a very huge disappointment, and it's why I don't think Asuka's gonna win at WrestleMania unless she just pulls something crazy out and is just absolutely sinister at WrestleMania, which I don't see happening. Cool, man. Bianca's gonna have some heavy heat the night after WrestleMania. I'm calling it right now. If she wins, they're gonna boo that girl out the building. Right in it. Go ahead and bookmark what I'm saying right now. They're gonna boo out the building. But anyway, Roman's out there. Acknowledge me. And then Cody interrupts. He comes out. And this is what I'll say. I'll talk about Roman first. I absolutely love Roman's promo, and here you go. Roman was on fire on that, and Cody gave it right back. Yes. Okay, so I absolutely loved Roman's opening promo. He almost took the line I gave him when I was like, you need to bring up the fact that Cody was so scared of the main event that he stipulated himself out of it. But he's like, no, he ran away. Just like he ran away from the WWE. And when he loses, what's he going to do again? He's going to run away again like a little bitch. Good stuff by Roman. Good stuff by Roman. My only problem with Roman here is, and I'll get to it when I'm done. Cody gets the mic, and Cody said a lot of good stuff. He had me in the very, I guess, the first half of his promo. I was like, okay. For a minute there, I was like, he's swerving me now. Like, not swerving, he's persuading me. I'm starting to lean over and so like, you know what? Okay, Cody, I'm not going to shit on you. But then he did that weird thing where he looked over at Solo and he called Solo out. And it had nothing to do with what was going on. It didn't. Like, he's going to say Solo could leave. That's fine. But when he's like, Solo, you ain't ready, and bring up generation, it's like, it was too much. And I think that's my issue with Cody Rhodes with his promos, is where he's really good at promos. He does too much, too often. And it just kind of takes me out of it a little bit. I'm like, oh, man, why'd you have to go that way? Just keep riding down the road. There's no turning here. But he turns and he comes back. I don't get it. There's just there's a lot of people actually that are kind of tired of that boring. I don't think she's boring, the most boring champion. I think we've had more. I think Charlotte's a lot more boring than Bianca, to be honest. But she is starting. She has been stale for a minute. But if she's getting booed after Mania and they turn her heel, good. It needs to happen. They won't, though, because she's a big money mover and the kids love her. But Cody, I liked, for most of it, I liked what he was doing. But good God, why does he always have to just deviate from the dang? It's a simple path, and he's just always got to like, let's jump over a log and swim through the. It's not Dora the Explorer, man. Just go down the path. There's no need to go over mountains and rivers and stop it, man. But then the other thing I didn't like is this whole time, Roman, Cody has done nothing. In my opinion, we look at Roman's reign, and at no point has he been scared of anything. He wasn't scared of Brock freaking Lesnar. I'm sorry, and it's a perception thing, obviously. But if you're not scared of Brock Lesnar, a person who's kind of dominated you in your like 10-year rivalry, what has Cody done that makes you fear him? Nothing. And after Cody cut his promo, again, that deviated from the thing and all that, he just shut up. He shut down and he walked off like a little bitch. He did exactly what he said Cody was going to do. And it was like, why? They had to do that I don't like it. It's too much. You're completely assassinating the Roman Reigns character, in my opinion. I won't say assassinating. You're definitely dampening the Roman Reigns character by having him do that, by just being bitching out. Roman Reigns ain't bitched out in the entire reign, and now all of a sudden Cody said something about everyone leaving him, and it's like, I get there's some truth to it because of things that have been happening, but again, Cody has done nothing. He knows Jimmy has shown no reason to leave. Solo has shown no reason to leave. So, like, I don't know why those hit him so deep. The Jay one I do get, but the other two I don't. And again, with all of that, I don't think anything has happened significantly enough to make Roman say, I can't handle Cody Rhodes. We got to go. So Roman leaves. Solo stays, which I liked. I thought Solo should have attacked him. Cody could have got the upper hand. That's it. But no. Solo starts to leave because Roman's like, come on, Solo. And then he says, that's what I thought. You ain't ready. So Solo comes in, and before he can even do anything, he gets kicked in the head. They're like, oh, he blocked the Samoan spike. No, he didn't. Don't do that. But then before Solo can go back at him, Roman gets up, grabs and says, let's go. And that's the end of the show. That was a flat ending. It started off amazing. This works 1,000 times better because of all the yes, 100%, yes, 1,000%, yes. But then again, once Cody deviated, he's like, Jay's gonna leave you, which Jimmy's gonna leave you, and maybe Solo's gonna leave you. There's been no inclination as that's gonna happen. Solo's kind of been the guy under Roman's wing. Why would he leave him? That doesn't make any sense. And then I don't know. It just too much. It was too much. It should have been Jay's gonna leave you, Jimmy's gonna leave you, Solo's gonna leave you, Paul's gonna leave you, and then you're gonna be left alone. If you would have said that, and then Roman would have been like, done, and walked off, I don't know. I don't like the fact that Roman just walked off like that. It just makes him look like a bitch. Yeah, I was a little bit, because it was just like, why do that? You built up this whole moment, and it started off amazing, but then it got just. I will say this: what this promo did do is make me believe that Cody has a. I'm at 50-50. I was at 60-40 before. I'm at 50-50 now. I think Cody has a legit chance to beat Roman now. And a much more. What you talking about? What's up, Toddy? I know. You good, bud. You good, bud. I do think that Cody, at this point in time, I believe Cody has a bigger chance of winning than I have leading up to it the whole time. I'll say that. I still would like him not to win and watch Jey Uso do it, but we'll see what happens there. So, again, promo. That's what tonight's show was. The Austin Theory Montez Ford match, good. I enjoy Dom and Gargano because it's Dom. And then Rhea Ripley and Bayley, good match. Gable and Ricochet, good match. The Bloodline stuff, for about 90% of it was great. The last 10% of it was good. I won't call it bad. I'll just say it was good. I'll have to revisit. Maybe I'll have a different opinion of it tomorrow. I don't know. It just didn't look it. Oh, man, Roman walking off. Why is he a bitch, man? He just called Cody bitch and he's walking off like a bitch. That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, that's that. So that's the recap. I'll be back next week. So yes, next week I will be back for the Raw recap next week. It is the go home show for Raw. I'm expected to be fantastic. I'm expected to be fantastic. I hope it's a great show. They really didn't promote a whole bunch for next week that I remember. I know they're doing a weigh-in for Otis and Otis. I said Otis. Otis on the mind. Omos and Brock. Not a fan of that, but it'd be nice to see Omos just beat the hell out of Brock again. I want to see that. I think that's all I saw promoted for next week. So we'll see what happens. Also, I said me and Tidy talked a lot about this whole bloodline stuff with the whole Cody, Sammy, and Jay stuff on the Positively Awesome Wrestling over at the Drip King Wrestling. So go check that out. I also clipped some things, so you can go over there and check that out if you don't want to watch the whole thing. And then we'll be back this week, and we'll be doing WrestleMania predictions on this week's Positively Awesome Wrestling. So you can check us out there over at the Drip King of Wrestling, and I'll be back next week for the Raw recap. I will not be here the week after that, though, because I will be in LA still for WrestleMania weekend. So if you want to catch some clips of what's going on during WrestleMania weekend because you can't make it, check out the Drip King of Wrestling. I will have you covered there. Runaway Roman. Oh, man, that's going to be his new nickname. He pulls that nonsense again. I like tonight maybe because hey, if you liked it, you liked it. That's all that matters. They will promote. I'm sure they'll promote a few things. I don't want them to promote the whole show though, because I don't like when people do that. I think that's silly. Give me a reason to tune in to find out what's happening. But yeah, I'm sure they'll promote some things. They'll be like, oh, this match is gonna happen. This match is gonna happen. Dom will be there, so I'll be there. And don't forget tomorrow is Jimmy's birthday, so don't send me any happy birthday wishes. That's what I want for my birthday. Don't send me no happy birthday wishes. That's that. So with that, I will say goodbyes. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you either on Sunday or next week. Goodbye.